Assalamu alaikum, what up guys, this is Shahid Al-Khatib, welcome to Literature Analysis. Today we're gonna discuss Those Winter Sundays by Robert Hayden. Sundays too, my father got up early and put his clothes on in the blue-black cold. Then with the cracked hands that ached from labor in the weekday weather, made banked fires ablaze. No one ever thanked him. I'd wake and hear the cold splintering breaking, when the rooms were warm, heat cold, and I would slowly rise and dress, fearing the chronic angers of the house, speaking indifferently to him who had driven out the cold and polished my good shoes as well. What did I know of love's austere and lonely offices? This is one of my top 10 poems. It's so realistic. A lot of us can strongly relate to those kind of problems in our own houses with our own parents. The poem opens by saying Sundays too. Two here give us a clue of what the father's job, okay? He's a hard worker. It means that even on Sundays he goes to work. Put his clothes on in the blue-black cold. The first description of cold here is blue-black, which means freezing cold. Then with the cracked hands that ached from labor, he starts blazing fires. And why? Because he wants his son to wake up feeling warm. Then this line, no one ever thanked him. You see, there is two types of suffering in this poem. Type number one is the psychological suffer. Type number two is the physical suffer. The physical suffer is how the father's hands ached from labor. And the psychological or emotional suffer is the lack of gratitude between the father and the son. In the second stanza, we have another description of cold here. In the line, cold splintering breaking. It's so cold to the level that he could hear a sound of a crack, but only when the rooms were warm, his father calls. Fearing the chronic angers of the house, the poet here describes how he feels about his father, speaking indifferently to him, even though he had driven out the cold and polished his son's shoes. Then the poem ends by saying, what did I know of love's austere and lonely offices? Offices here is a symbol of hearts, I feel, like lack of love equals lonely hearts. The last two notes I want to mention out of this poem is that one, notice the past tense of the verbs in thanked, did I know, made. It tells us that the son is now an adult going through moments of realization of the things he denied at his childhood. Note number two is that the whole problem in the whole picture is lack of expressing emotions, love, and appreciation between the father and the son, which leads to constant angers, because we all need love. We are, as humans, simply our main source of power is love. So just say what you need to say, express yourself, because if you look closely, the eye can talk more than you think. A simple blah becomes something, a light becomes a shape, a world becomes colorful. Well, that's it for today. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you guys next time.